Hello guys, this is your tech partner here and welcome to the Xperia Z5 Premium review video. After a staggering 181 million loss to Sony from its mobile department, they decided to bring out the Xperia Z5 series as their mobile division savior. The Xperia Z5 Premium got many people excited, especially because of that 4K display. But is the phone really worth it? Let's find out. Here I have the Xperia Z5 Premium with me. Sony has not made any changes to this phone design-wise. This phone is ergonomically well suited and feels good in the hand, but is also very slippery. It has dual front-facing speakers. You get this phone as dual SIM in many countries and is available in 3 different colors: chrome, black and gold. The Z5 Premium is a fingerprint magnet. You do have to keep cleaning the back to keep it free from fingerprints. It has robust rounded edges. This phone is dust-proof and waterproof with IP67 rating. But the kicker here is that Sony says taking this phone underwater to take a photo will void the warranty. So I guess we don't have much left to boast about this feature now. Moving on to the display. Here's the first smartphone with a 4K aka UHD display. It's a beautiful display on any LCD screen out there. The display packs 801 pixels per inch, but a human eye can ever so hardly differentiate between Full HD and 2K resolution, let alone 4K. I actually prefer the AMOLED panels over the LCD ones. The bummer here is that the display renders mostly at 1080p. The 4K is only rendered while watching videos and photos from the phone gallery, which means that while gaming or watching YouTube, you are restricted only up to 1080p. Sony says that they have lowered the resolution just to optimize the performance and battery life of this device. They also say they have an upscaling algorithm which upscales all 1080p content to 4K. Viewing pictures on this device is just awesome. The picture doesn't even lose a bit of quality after zooming, but it does take a second or two to load. Coming on to the internals. We have a 3430 non-removable quick charge 2.0 enabled battery. We get a micro USB cable and not the USB Type-C. With this phone, the battery drains very quickly if you are consuming 4K media. On a light use, you can get close to around 2 days of battery life. If you are a moderate user, then you can get just 1 day of battery life. It also has 3GB of RAM and 32GB of onboard storage, plus a SD card slot which can be expanded up to 200GB. Considering the 4K capabilities, that's a good move by Sony to keep up the SD card slot available, as 4K files eat up a lot of space. The Z5 series is powered by a Snapdragon 810 processor, which is known for overheating. Many companies avoid the 810 processor and go with the 808 just because of the heating issues. 810 is not the fastest processor out there, but Sony did take a risk by going through with it. Sony tried to fix the heating issue by using dual copper pipes inside the Z5 to dissipate the heat throughout the device, but it isn't helping the issue much. Gaming is pretty smooth on this device thanks to that Adreno 430 GPU, but the processor does heat up massively after around 10 minutes of gaming. Here are the benchmark results. Considering it is a premium smartphone, it should have a higher benchmark score. There's a fingerprint sensor embedded in the power button. It's a very good placement of the fingerprint sensor. The fingerprint sensor is quick but not as fast as the Nexus 6P or the iPhone 6s and is also not very accurate. Now coming on to the software department. This phone does ship with Android 5.1.1 Lollipop right inside the box. It is skinned with Xperia UI on the top, which is a pretty light skin just to keep the software close to stock Android. And that is why you get fast and timely updates for the Xperia devices. Multitasking is great on this phone. The 810 processor and 3GB of RAM handle multitasking very efficiently. One of the special features of Xperias is that you get 3 battery saving modes. First is the stamina mode. This mode extends the battery life by turning off Wi-Fi, mobile data, and most other apps. Second is ultra stamina mode, which extends the battery life even more. This feature allows only certain basic apps to run. And the last feature is low battery mode. This feature is less effective than stamina and ultra stamina modes. One of the features that I love the most on this phone is Remote Play, which allows you to connect the phone via Wi-Fi to PlayStation console or via Bluetooth to the PlayStation controller and use this phone as a controller to play PlayStation games or even PlayStation controller for playing mobile games or PS4 games on this device. You can do both at a time. Moving on to the camera department. The Z5, Z5 Compact and Z5 Premium all have the same camera specs. The camera on this phone is packed with features. You get a 5MP front cam and a 23MP rear shooter with 0.03 second autofocus and 3200 ISO. You have auto and manual modes. Auto mode is the usual camera app which gives user controls over resolution, color, brightness, and self-timer. Manual mode is not actually manual, but is a bunch of presets. Manual mode is an auto mode, but giving you controls over focus, ISO, HDR. Features like ISO and scenes are only activated when the camera resolution is lower to 8 megapixels. The camera in this phone doesn't give the most accurate color reproduction like the S6 or Note 5. This phone can shoot up to 4K video. However, the user is only limited up to 5 minutes of 4K recording. While recording 4K, this phone gets too hot to even hold it. The camera on this phone doesn't have optical image stabilization, but the digital stabilization does an excellent job. Here are some pictures and videos taken on this phone.
Close your eyes and just stay tight. We have to go. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve us. Stay with me while we leave. Stay with me.
Well, I must say that the camera on the Z5 is right up there with the best smartphone cameras. Now, should you buy this phone? I wouldn't recommend this phone, but if you do a lot of gaming and really need those remote play features, and if you have a ton of 4K content to watch, and if you love stock Android, then you should buy the Xperia Z5 Premium. That's it for today, guys. If that helped you with your decision to buy the Xperia Z5 Premium, then please don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to this channel, as it helps a lot. And see you guys in the next video.